2% of their cost. So yes, the cost will be greater while you're on COBRA, and you're kind of in a catch-22 because you made your contributions for that 2 or 3 weeks in October, and now you have to pay for the full month, and it's a full premium. It's not your contributions as an active employee. It's the full premium of your employer's cost and your cost, total cost. And healthcare is not cheap. So the whole debate that's going on right now at the federal level with healthcare, I'm just sitting and watching that because there's a lot of misinformed information and there's a lot of good information coming out. But we'll talk a little bit about that and how companies subsidize COBRA and what typical rates would be under a COBRA. Yes?
Is the plan administrator required to send you an invoice monthly, or is it just up to each to the individual to make sure to make the monthly payment?
It's up to each individual to make the monthly payment. Now, most plan administrators do send out a reminder, but it's not the requirement of the plan administrator. It's your requirement to pay every 30 days. Most do send that out because they're trying to be kind, but if you miss it, and there's no mercy, you miss it by a day, you will be eliminated from your COBRA coverage. So please, I know some people that pay on, if you can, pay on a quarterly basis or prepay a few days before it's due. Don't let that time frame expire. Yes?
When you say there's no mercy, is that the company or is that the government that has no mercy? So my ex-employer, I was late the first month and he said that was no big deal.
You're very lucky. They can be more generous,
okay,
but most companies are not that way. And the reason is because if they're nice to you and they give you a day, then this next guy that's 3 days late, they give him, well, this next person that's 5 days late, well, you gave the the guy that was 3 days late. So then all of a sudden it becomes this revolving door, and it becomes very hard to protect, the company becomes difficult to protect themselves if they get in a lawsuit of where they've fudged that due date. So most companies are very hard fast on if it's not there, you stop coverage. So you're very fortunate by having a more generous approach to COBRA. But hopefully they're generous to everybody. That's the key. With any kind of group benefits, you cannot discriminate and give somebody a liberal way of handling COBRA and then be strict to the next person that comes along. You have to be generous to everybody. You can't select who you're generous to and who you're not generous to. Okay, let's just jump into the ARRA. President Obama signed this into law on February 17, 2009, and we were scrambling as benefit professionals because we had to put this all together by April 1st. That's when people really became involved with this. It allows the employee that loses their job because of job elimination or layoff from September 1st of 2008, this is important, to December 31st of 2009. This is we're cracking the window open. The window's only open for that time period, September 1st, 2008 through December 31st, 2009. And that has to do with the qualifying event, not when your coverage ends, but the qualifying event. If you experience a qualifying event where your job is eliminated, then you'll be eligible for the subsidy. And companies were required to put additional notification for people that had that September through March. I won't go into detail on that. That was a little bit of a scramble. The assistance eligible individuals. I like how we always come up with these acronyms. And that's called AEIs.